I would have thought that in Dunfermline they would have had more or something, but I guess it depends on. Well, it tried to yesterday morning, but yeah, it was snowing, but then it didn't stick. The ground was like really wet, and it just didn't stick. Um, because it was like raining the night before, and then it just yeah. Thank you for the likes, George. It's raining the weekend. Think it turned to snow. I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully, get snow. Can't wait. All right. So you yeah. So you haven't had any, and in Portsmouth, you say you haven't had any. Hang on. Um. Thank you for the likes, George. How you doing today, everybody? I hope you're all well. All right, cold. Yeah, it's been cold lately, hasn't it? Really? Yeah, that's like cold snap. Just go away and anyway, these kind of dodgy accounts that you know they don't show their face or anything. They're just how's the channel, matey? What channel? What do you mean, this one or YouTube or what? It's just kind of dead, really. But just got to deal with it, I guess. Oh, TikTok, yeah. I don't know. It's just been dead. Been trying to get back into it, and it's just been dead. Struggling to get views, really. But I don't know. I guess it's going to take some time or something. Not so much today. I think I'm supposed to be meeting up with Richard later, but we'll see, really. But yeah, that's what I have planned. I was supposed to be ringing my mum today, but it's going to be tomorrow apparently instead, because something's come up that she has to like go to or something. And yeah, because she's having some issues with her health at the moment. So like yeah, like she's had some kind of like swollen glands or something in her throat or something. She's had some kind of throat infection or some shit, and she had a lot of stuff going on with her health lately. And yeah, oh well, it's just yeah. Hopefully she gets it sorted out soon. But on the positive side, it seems to be helping her lose some weight. She was saying because she's not really had much of an appetite lately. So I guess got to try and see the silver lining, haven't we? Because maybe that's what's something good to come out of it. I guess that it's helping her because she's been like quite a high body weight, so it's not really healthy for her really. So she's been trying to lose weight, but it's probably been helping her really because, like I said, she's not going to want to be eating much when she's sick, is she? A lot of people end up losing weight after they've had a sickness or something. But yeah, and then it's just about trying to maintain that, isn't it? Trying to keep the weight off. Some people struggle with that bit of it, but I try to find a balance where it's like you don't want to starve yourself or anything. You just want to try to focus on moving around more, but also like just try to eat a balance of somewhat healthy kind of foods and stuff. You don't need to go over the top or anything. Just it's about finding something that's sustainable for you. That doesn't mean that you have to eat salads all the time and just eat boring food. There is ways of, you know, making it sustainable. It's about learning the swaps that you can use, like for example, using healthier sweeteners instead of like refined sugar if you can, or just slowly reducing sugar and then just so that you get used to that, because your taste buds adjust to it apparently. So like when you've, for example, if you're used to having like sugar in your tea or whatever, right? But then if you stop doing that after a while, your taste buds start to adapt, and you start so like the bitter stuff doesn't taste as bitter anymore, and naturally sweet stuff starts to become sweeter or something. It's like, hello, Nikata 759. How are you doing today? So it's just about like adjusting to that slowly and slowly adding in and slowly taking out foods that, to help make you healthier. But it's obviously not just about the weight loss, but also about just eating good food, really. Eating foods that are going to make you feel good and that are going to help keep you healthy, help, improve like your immune system and all this kind of stuff. Because, if you're getting sick all the time, then there's something not quite right there. And it's probably not just the weight, it's other things, just that kind of lifestyle in general. That needs to be like addressed. Of course, there's some people that have issues and stuff, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the majority of people who, when they get sick, but it's like maybe they didn't have to get so sick if their lifestyle actually kind of was more optimal. I know it's going to be difficult for some people, but it's like you either suffer now or you suffer later. That's kind of how I see it. It's about doing what's right now, and then sort of that. Then you've got no, I don't go fishing. Why? It's like sorting your health out now instead of suffering later down the line. So you got to think to yourself, about if I don't do the right things right now, then what is it gonna be like down the line? It's like a lot of people end up really suffering and they regret things down the line. So just a word of caution is all I'm saying. Some people that get to like 60 years old, they're in like kind of scooters or something like that, or they're using a like a walking stick or something, and or they have some other problems. They've got diabetes. They've got some other stuff. Okay, see you later, Debs. Have a good day. So what I'm saying is that it's really important to like get it under control, because if you don't, then chances are it's going to catch up to you later. Of course, some people have different genetics and stuff, but it's like you want to just kind of increase your chances as much as you kind of just trying to be healthy for the long run. A lot of people have this kind of mindset of like it's like, oh well, I'll just kind of fix it later, but sometimes it's too late then. That mindset can really mess you up. That there's only so much that we can do to hello Lena, how you doing today? I hope you're well. There's only so much that we can do to reverse things. What is going on with these fucking people? Just it's like these questions people try and ask, like they're just kind of being nosy or some shit. Just leave me alone then. Just like it's like they're just trying to ask questions just to try and I don't know. I don't know what their whole thing about. They just randomly come in the fucking chat and just that's what they say. If you come into the chat, you come say hello to me, you come and we come and chat and whatever. You don't just fucking come into the chat and just randomly ask fucking personal questions. That's not how you fucking do it. If people think I'm being rude, so fucking what? I just don't give a fuck, Hello, Michelle. How you doing? I hope you're well. Gracie, thank you for the likes. Lena, thank you for the likes. I don't know. Like, are you from Aberdeen? Did you get any snow? We just had some snow this morning here in New York, but yeah, it seems to have happened quite a bit over the more eastern side of the country. So don't know if you've got any up there, but yeah, too much. Oh, really? All right. Well, someone said in Dunfermline they didn't have any, but yeah, how much we're talking? It's like So you're kind of like stuck inside today then, isn't it? It's mad, isn't it, when we would get like maybe an inch or two of snow and they would shut the schools over that. And because what happens is they're worried that something will happen and like one of the parents will then claim like some like that they were responsible, like say if they walked to school and then they or something happened on the way to school and they skidded or whatever on the I mean anything can happen really. Yeah, no school either, right? They just end up like something happens, but then something can happen anyway, right? Like if a kid just walks out of their house in the snow and they could just slip on it or something. Like, so what I'm saying is that it's all BS, really, isn't it? But the schools are afraid of like, yeah. But at the time, it felt good because like, oh yeah, we want it to snow because then the school will be off. We get a day off school, right? We had a few days off school. I remember back in 2010, it was quite a bad winter. There was actually a couple of bad winters that around that time, and it was and the head teacher was quite stubborn about things, and he said, "If I can get there, everybody else can." So, so he pretty much made us all go to school unless it was like really bad. So most of the other schools would be off, but then ours wouldn't really be. So it was just one of those things, really, that yeah, that it wasn't. Anyway, but yeah, I hope you're doing well anyway, Michelle. So what you got planned for today then? So I'm wanting to try and get back into busking again, but this weather's a bit bad at the moment for that, really, isn't it? But I do want to try and do that, and I want to try and film it as well. I want to try and show you guys what I'm doing. So I think that would be fun to do. But yeah, but yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day so far. Just keep the chat flowing. Yeah, shopping. I think. How are you doing today? You got plans? Thank you for the follow, Michelle. No, yeah, I'm gonna go see somebody later. Like, just go away. Just mind your own fucking business. Fuck me. Like, what's wrong with these people? Fuck me. Like, fucking unsolicited advice. Fuck me. Like, just I don't know. It's like they don't even come in. If you come into a chat, you're supposed to say hi to the host, and we have a chat, whatever. You don't just randomly come into a chat and just start giving unsolicited advice or asking personal questions. And you don't even know me. It's just like it's just so weird. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I should not react to it because maybe that's encouraging it more. I don't know. Anyway, let's just have a quick drink. Is everybody all right then? I don't know. Just gets me a bit kind of I don't know. But I suppose there's worse things that can happen. Always got to try and sort of see the positives. Like things could always be worse. Like we could literally be like living in Africa or something. Imagine all the stuff that they're going through right now. Imagine all the like suffering they have to go through, all the diseases, all the chaos that they have to go through to just survive. Walking several miles in really like awful conditions to get dirty water just to survive. They look like they're frail and just kind of, they look like they don't have long to live, a lot of them, and yeah. So we have to think ourselves lucky in a way. A lot of us just are so privileged, but we don't even realize it, or we just don't care. I think sometimes people know that there's people worse off, but they just don't really care. I don't know. Hello, Ria Keith. How you doing? You all right? Welcome in here. A lot of people just don't even care that there's other people worse off, but they just have this kind of entitled attitude, and yeah, there's always going to be here we go. Like Michelle says, 100%. And sometimes I'll moan about like kind of the way the world is, but at the same time, it's like in some ways we're living in the best time we've ever been in. Like in terms of the standard of living. Even though, there's arguably things have gotten a bit down lately with the cost of living, but in the grand scheme of things, we are in the best time that we've ever been in, like objectively speaking, like in terms of our access to information, our ability to kind of the fact that people can actually use social media as a way to brand themselves, to be able to promote their own businesses and things like that, to be able to do things that you would never have been able to do back in 50 years ago or something like that, because they just didn't exist back then. So there is ups and downs, you could argue, but we have to try to like leverage the things that we have. And there is certain things that are unfortunate. Like, things are there's some unfortunate kind of sort of there's unfortunate situations going on, and like society not really kind of being social anymore, for example, people kind of acting weird and whatever, but we just have to learn to accept that and just yeah well, all these friggin' trolls and stuff, like, just go away, you know? What's wrong with you? Just go and leave me alone. Don't know what's wrong with these people, eh? Yeah, I think they need some help or something. Anyway. The hell? Right, Michelle, you still there? Hello, Lazy. How you doing? Hope everyone's well today. Just getting ridiculous in here, isn't it? All these troll accounts going in here, and I don't know. Maybe they're all off today or something. Or the snow or something. I don't know. Yeah, what's going on here? It's a bit kind of slow, isn't it, really? But yeah, I don't know. Just leave me the fuck alone if you're gonna mess around, I ain't got time for that shit. I don't know. What's everybody up to then? I hope it's gonna pick up soon. I don't know. It's just people just want to come in here and just mess around. Seems like most of the people we get are just trolls. Or any like real people. It seems. I don't know. The algorithm just doesn't seem to be really hardly pushing me out anymore to any actual genuine people. Hardly. We just got to ride the storm, I guess. Like I said, I do want to try and get the busking started up again. Actually, really take it seriously this time. Maybe that's when I'll actually blow up. I don't know. But you got to sort of keep your expectations low. Sometimes having high expectations is what causes suffering and just disappointments and all that. So because when you expect things and it doesn't work that way, then you just feel kind of like defeated or whatever. I hope everyone's well. Just keep the chat flowing, everyone. Share the live out if you can. I'll probably go soon if it doesn't pick up. I don't know what's going on here today, really, but I guess it's just one of those days. It would be nice if some more people hang out, but unfortunately, it's just that's the way it is. I don't know where all these 8,000 people are, but we've got 8,000 followers, but yet hardly any of them fucking show up anymore. I don't know, guys. Whatever, you know. It is what it is, you know. We just gotta ride the storm. Maybe it'll pick up again. Hi, Adam. Gotta try and just stay positive, you know. Yeah, was everybody okay today then, or did anyone get to talk to me even? Or are they just gonna lurk there or something? I'll give it a few more minutes. You know? Alright, Princess, how you doing today? Hope you're well. Good morning to you. Thank you for the likes. Good, that's good to hear. Yeah. I started talking about politics and stuff yesterday. Doing fine, thank you. How you doing? Hello, Martha. How you doing today? Hope you're well. Good morning to you. How's your day? Yeah. They just don't seem to be pushing me out to a lot of new people. Yeah. Anyway, don't know if I've been shadowed or whatever, but I don't like politics. I don't understand it. Yeah. It's quite a divisive thing at times, but sometimes we need to talk about certain things because it's like sometimes we need to talk about certain issues that are important, but we've got to try and be civil and all that because people get all kind of tense when talking about things. It's like we have to be adults, you know. Adults are not supposed to get all kind of like emotional and just kind of throw in tantrums because somebody disagrees with you, you know. We have to learn to kind of try and understand where each other's coming from. So yeah, just hit the like button, everybody. Share this out if you can. Yeah. Is it snowing again? Looks like it's snowing again. Yeah, I think it started snowing again, guys. Outside. I'll just go and have a look and see. Yeah, it's just. Yeah. Yeah, it's been snowing this morning. It's woke up and it was like snow on the ground and stuff. But yeah, always looking at my videos. All right, which ones? Okay. Yeah, I do a lot of like workouts and stuff. That's what I do a lot of is like training, like doing fitness stuff. I do like a lot of like a lot of bodybuilding type stuff. So yeah, So I find that helps me with like a sense of kind of control, I guess. Because when I'm working out and I'm, you know, there's a sense of like control that I have over it because I have control over my own body and how I move it and things like that. And I have also control in terms of if I want to grow the muscles or whatever, and kind of I eat certain food, a certain amount of food to do that, and like I have control over that basically. But there's things in life that we don't have control over, so I try to focus on what I have control over. Well, I have control over my fitness, and I have control over how I look or whatever to some degree. So it's about trying to focus on the things that I have control over, because otherwise I just feel a sense of like disempowerment and just kind of a lack of control, which is, I think, something, especially as a man, it's something that you need to feel as a sense of control over something, as long as you don't do it in a toxic way. Obviously, women need to be in control of things as well, but I think as a man, it's sort of like a sense of control. It gives you a sense of like, I guess it's the masculine sort of kind of thing of it. So yeah, I get this right. Yeah, I need to have control because sometimes I don't feel like eating. Yeah, yeah, it's just maybe like setting reminders or something to like eat or something, like, I don't know. You mean as in like you physically don't feel like eating, or do you just forget to eat? Some people like literally forget to eat. Like they get so like distracted with things and they're like, "Oh, it's snowing again." So yeah, it's just I thought it was gonna be it for the snow, but looks like it started again. So yeah. It's been a bit early this year, isn't it, with the snow? It's like it's not even December yet. Technically we're still in like kind of late autumn, really. Like winter doesn't really properly start until about December, right? It's like they consider this as like late autumn. So it's a bit early for snow, really. But that's what we have. Um, so a drink. Yeah, I live in York. I'm originally from Blackburn, the one in England, not the one in Scotland. Blackburn, and that's the one near Inverness. Wasn't that where Susan Boyle is free? I'm trying to do a Scottish accent now. Um, yeah, well, yeah. It's just funny when Susan Boyle came on and she was like, no one thought she was going to be any good because she just kind of had that look of someone who would just kind of sound like crap. Sound like me now. Uh, but then you've got like your Edinburgh kind of accent, which is a bit more well spoken, like your Sean Connery kind of accent. Oh yeah, Aberdeen's where you're from is a bit different. I've heard there's like quite a few different Scottish accents, but I'm not really too familiar with it. A lot of it all sounds similar to me. Whereas in England, the accents are like so different. Like if you go from like say, I don't know, like where I am down to London, it's like night and day difference. Even going down to somewhere like Nottingham or something like that, it's way different than what it is here. Or if I go to say like Liverpool, it's completely different. It's like night and day difference, even just going like 100 miles away or something. Whereas I think Scotland, it's like, yeah, there's different accents, but it's like, relatively speaking, they don't sound as different to each other. Yeah, definitely. I find it so hard to understand some. Which ones? The on about some of the English ones. Like Liverpool, it's like mate. They say mate a lot, don't they? Or matey or whatever. It's like, yeah. But they seem to have some like kind of similarities with like North Wales and stuff, and like because I've noticed some people in North Wales say matey. Yeah, or kid. Yeah, kid. That's like a Manchester accent, in it, mate? Reminds me of. Have you ever seen a film called East is East? And it's like a. It was like a kind of. It was about a mixed race family. Oh, yeah, you've seen it because they have that kind of accent. Hello, Droopy. How you doing? Hope you well. So, yeah, you remember that film? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember. Yeah, what is it? They had this like kid with the parka on or something like the what do they call it? Parka. It's called like a hoodie thing, hooded jacket thing that they had, and when they like ripped it off, and then they ended up like crying in the shed or something, and it was just like yeah. I also saw like West is West, which like wasn't quite as good. It was like I guess it felt a bit more serious, that film, but I don't know. Oh, Spider Man! I've seen bits of it. I think I've seen one of the like Amazing Spider Man ones or something. What other hobbies do I enjoy? So like music and stuff. I've actually got this thing. Like I also do magic sometimes as well, like card tricks and things like that. So yeah, I like to just kind of learn different skills and things. But yeah, I do different impressions as well. I do Donald Trump. So to solve the affordability crisis, we're going to introduce 50-year mortgages. That would be so wonderful. 50-year mortgages will help so many Americans. But it'll just keep people in debt for the rest of their life. That's what they want, basically, isn't it? They want to keep everyone in debt, essentially. I think they're talking about upping it in this country as well, or something. I don't know, like 50-year mortgages. Like, how is that even possible? You probably would die by the time it has a golf club here. Oh, really? Yeah, the UK's got lots of great golf courses. um, yeah, so like, just seeing if UK is actually going to be doing any of that stuff. It says it's not yet widely available in the UK. They may be an option in the future. Currently, the most common term is 25 years, with some lenders offering up to 40 years. I mean, even 40 years, it's like some people don't get a mortgage until they're like in their 30s or even 40s. So a 40-year mortgage would be like a friggin', you're just stuck there basically until like you're nearly 80. Who the hell's going to want to do that? And then a 50-year mortgage, it could be like 90 by the time you get out of it, if you even live that long. Um, yeah. We are going to introduce 50-year mortgages. Yeah. So what did you think of like trying to keep everyone in debt? What did you think of like the Margaret Thatcher's right to buy scheme? Because that was like a controversial one. Hang on a sec. I thought I got rid of this person at the chat. Hang on, let's just block this person. There we go. It's just someone on YouTube Live just being a dick. I thought I'd got rid of them, but I guess I'd only timed them out for a few minutes and then they came back. So I just blocked them now. So I can't be asked with that shit. They're not the problem is. Just miserable with people, really. But yeah, still snowing outside. So anyway. Yeah, you should try to stay 2 meters apart from. Lady Bird, how you doing? You alright? Social distancing. Oh God. Let's do some Scottish ones, shall we? I hate Billy Connolly. Very windswept and interesting. But then on the other hand, you've got the miserable Andy Murray. I've just won the Wimbledon final. I'm absolutely ecstatic. Oh, God. It just sounds like he's at a funeral all the time, doesn't he? I guess maybe it's just that he's like that run out of energy at the end of it, that he just kind of has no energy to kind of show any enthusiasm or anything. I don't know. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, I guess. But there's some people who will just still be like really kind of full of energy or something. That just isn't he like retired or something? Like Andy Murray. It's just didn't he get like some injuries or something? I don't know, but I don't really know much about all that stuff really. I just find that kind of stuff boring. Tennis to me and all that, a lot of these sports just really boring. My grandma liked watching tennis, but she didn't like football. Well, she thought like tennis was a lot more like kind of intense, I guess. Because with like football, there's a lot of times where they'll just be kind of standing around and kind of waiting for their turn and stuff. So, I mean, I'm not saying that there's not a lot of going on, but it's like half the time they'll just be kind of stood around the pitch, just walking up and down, and then maybe there'll be an odd bit of like tackling and stuff. Who the fuck wants to watch that? I don't know. I would just rather watch paint dry, to be honest with you. You hate sports, yeah. I don't know. I don't understand it really. It's just watching other people competing instead of trying to become a winner in your own life. I don't know. Imagine if you put that energy into like becoming a winner yourself. I don't know. I guess we all need time to kind of unwind and stuff, but I just don't really see the point in just putting your energy into. I don't know, really. I don't understand. There's this whole thing of like, if their team wins, it could help their town or something like that, I guess. There's a whole argument of like, it's good for business or something if like their team wins or something. I don't know. But I just find these players are like massively overpaid. It's like some people's arguments was, well, they have a short career and some of them go on to like ordinary jobs after that. Well, not necessarily. I mean, if you get yourself to that point and you're like quite high up in that, then you've got your life basically set out for you. Even when you finish, you'll have ways of being able to kind of invest your money and stuff like that and start your own business or whatever. And yeah, 100% just don't understand why people watch people chase a bull. Well, not my kind of thing. I know, it's just, but then again, you're a woman, but it's like men seem to be a bit more interested in it, but there are some women that are into it as well, but it's just, I don't see the point anyway. It's just like when people are starving, they get paid for far too much. Exactly. But, I would argue with someone about this and they would say, no, it's because of like their skills and stuff like that. But it's like, to put it into perspective, they're probably like 1% better, a 1% better player than say someone that's like, like a division down, let's say, because at that level, it's like, hello, Tia, Victor, how you doing? There's probably not going to be that much difference in terms of like their abilities, right? From like the Premier League down to the next division, they're all pretty high level compared to the average person, but yet they get paid way more just for being a little bit better than their competition or something. Hello, Jennifer, how you doing? I'm all right, thank you. Hi, Sophia, Emma, thank you for the likes. How you doing today? If anybody's new here, please follow. Yeah, some of them are on like £300,000 a week plus sponsors and things. Thank you for the hot me. And the thing is, once they finish, they could then just like invest all that money, couldn't they? Right? They could invest their earnings and keep on making more and more money. So it doesn't mean that they have to kind of, become broke after they've, stopped. Yeah, thank you, Sophia, Emma. It's like they don't have to become broke and just have nothing. It's like, because I remember someone was saying that he knew someone that used to be a football player, but then he became a school teacher. Well, that was, I guess, just his choice. Maybe he just wanted to kind of have, that was kind of like his purpose, I guess. Some people may just go into like a regular job just to have a sense of purpose in life after they've finished doing that. Because maybe that's like, well, they've got all this time on their hands and they might just want to, where am I chatting from? Your mama's house. No, I'm just in York, England. Where are you from? Anyway, hope everyone's having a good day. It stopped snowing yet. Let's have a look and I'll just see if it stopped. Because it started again and then looks like it might have stopped now. Yeah, some blue sky coming through there in the distance. So, yeah, hopefully it's not going to just... Yeah, so I have to like go out later, but anyway. So yeah. How are we doing today, everybody? Hope you're all well. Well, you sing all really well. Well, I hope you find what you're looking for. We get a lot of people just trying to go on about being single or some shit. To be fair, though, footballers are the biggest taxpayers. That's why the government loves them. Yeah, but then again, some people end up paying less tax, like in say like these billionaires and stuff who barely pay any tax at all. Maybe the footballers do, but I don't know. But I don't really give a fuck. It's like how much tax they're paying. It's like they're still very much overpaid. It's like just because you're naturally a little bit better than everybody else, does that mean that you should be paid so much more? I just don't see the justification. Like I don't. It's just you get all these corporate sponsors and stuff, and just that's what it's all about. And a lot of like the games fixed anyway. Like a lot of them are just kind of. So I've been hearing a lot about like match fixing and stuff like that, and rigged. So it's like a certain team's meant to win or something. I just don't really kind of like take any of it seriously. It's just It's kind of like almost like wrestling in that sense of just being fake. A lot of the stuff that we see that's supposed to be real, it's just theater. It's just entertainment. Yeah, I just don't understand why it's so big. To me, it's just boring. But it just sounds like you're just here to try and kind of. It's like you have a red dot as your friggin' thingy. I just can't be asked. Like, it just sounds like you're just here to argue. Just to try and be kind of, I don't know, a contrarian or whatever. But it's like, I don't know. I just can't be asked for shit like that, really. No, sorry, Sophia. Uh, so, like, let's see how much does the sort of richest footballer make. So Cristiano Ronaldo apparently collectively earning $945 million this season. Wow. The fuck? 945 million. Is that for real? Just go away then. Gifty, how you doing today? I hope you're well. Like, if I mute you, just go away then. Just don't talk then. Just stay quiet or just leave. One of the two. Don't come back with multiple accounts because I'll just mute that as well. Whatever. $945 million. So that's in one season, apparently. How much? What's his net worth? Let's have a look. Cristiano Ronaldo net worth. It's like I understand that it's like the rarity